In this video, we're going to be talking about what does AI mean for founders. Now, there's a lot of businesses popping up and there's a lot of people that are utilizing AI right now to take advantage of the power of it to actually grow their business. But what exactly does it mean for founders who are running their own business and they're looking to maximize AI? Now, there's a lot of founders out there that have not really maximized the potential of AI yet, and that's why we are here to go ahead and see how that works. Now, I have been running my own business for a few years now, and before AI really came out, I was doing everything myself, running my own team, building out everything for clients and everything from there. But with AI coming into place, you're either going to use AI and take advantage of AI to grow your business, or other people using AI are going to take advantage of it, and you're not going to be moving forward as fast because AI is allowing us to literally jump timelines and speed things up because of that. So we're going to jump into what does AI actually mean for founders. And first, before we jump into it, I'm going to share my screen and kind of show you a small little chat that I was having so that you can see what this looks like. So real quick in here, jumping into ChatGPT, just to keep things super simple because that's where most people start. So why not learn what is AI directly from AI? So I literally just asked ChatGPT, what is AI? Now, AI, also known as artificial intelligence, is a computer science basically that focuses on creating machines or software that can perform tasks that normally require a human to think or do something. So in simple terms, AI, computers can think, learn, or make decisions for you. So we go into a couple of different things here and it breaks down how AI works. And then I wanted to go a little more specifically into how us, founders of online businesses, whether you have an online service, you're an agency, a coach, consultant, whatever it is, and you specifically sell a high ticket offer, something between $5,000 to even $100,000 or more. I know that we've sold things $20,000, $30,000, $80,000 and beyond. So founders like that, how can we maximize AI in all areas of our business to eventually have freedom? Because essentially a lot of us, what we're after is building a business that can run on its own or run not directly tied to us so that we can live life on our terms and build a business that essentially allows you to grow your business, your impact, and your life. So with that being said, it ended up kind of breaking this down for me, giving some information, and then I just asked, perfect, now can you go ahead and essentially simplify this down into like, what does that actually mean? So let me go down into here, essentially simplify this all together and see what the value is for founders using AI. So AI is essentially going to help you make more money, save more time, and make better decisions so that you can essentially remove yourself as the bottleneck of the business. So you're not going to be the bottleneck anymore because we have AI that works there. Because right now, most people are founder powered, so their business is powered by the founder. We want to step into the place of being system powered, where the business is powered by systems. So just so you know, and I think this is where things start, a lot of people jump into AI thinking, okay, ChatGPT, it's a chatbot. I can go and have a conversation with it, I can brainstorm and all that stuff. And yes, that is true. But AI is not just a chatbot, like it says here. For founders, it basically becomes your assistant, an analyst, a strategist, an operator, a coordinator, reporting system, knowledge base, automation layer, and so much more. And it works 24/7. So for us, the real value is that it helps us to make more revenue. So that's, finding better leads, improving on sales, helping you increase conversion rates, identifying opportunities faster, personalizing the marketing at scale, and a lot of different things. Now, that is obviously you want to make more money. So the next piece though is waste less time. So it's about removing those repetitive tasks, something, admins, reporting, follow-ups, note-taking, organizing data, updating systems, content repurposing, things like that. And there's so many more things. Those like tasks that I wouldn't really say that they're low value, but instead they're like one of those things that anyone can do. And those things that you used to maybe pay a VA for, or hire someone from overseas, or anything like that, or anything that really is repetitive that you know that you have to do and you can't outsource, but you wish that you could, we can save time by having parts of that or complete systems that literally run for us 24/7. So not only do we have more revenue coming because of this, we're also wasting less time so that we can actually do the things that we like and what we want to do. Now, with that comes the ability to make better decisions, because with AI, you can understand your numbers better, you can spot problems early, you can identify the bottlenecks, you can predict the trends that are currently going on, and you can prioritize like the highest leverage actions for you to actually get work. So instead of saying like, I think this is working, we're now stepping into the place where it's like, is the data telling us that it's working or not? So not only are we making more revenue, we are wasting less time, we're having better decisions being made, and now we step into the place of having more freedom, because you can delegate faster, you can automate your operations, you can reduce the dependency on yourself as the founder so that the business runs on its own, simplifying the business and creating systems that run continuously. That way 24/7 your business is running, even if you're physically not sitting behind a computer and working. And especially with some of these AI tools, you can run your entire business from your phone and with voice. You can literally click a button and talk to it and be like, hey, what's this? What's that? How's this working? Do this. And then all of a sudden, it's like you have a full-on team member, and usually it's at a fraction of the cost. Some of these tools are literally free, others you can pay hundreds of months, even $1,000 a month. So there's definitely a range, or you can build fully custom solutions for your own business, where that could be a couple thousand to way more, depending on how big you want to actually build this for yourself. So one of the things, just to kind of give you a high level overview of this all together, it really just comes down to, right now you're the founder and you're running the business all on your own or with a team, but it's like all relying on you. And we want to step into a place where you're not directly running the business, you're running the systems, and the systems are running the business. So now you have a kind of like a separation between you and the business, because now you have this middleman, which is these AI systems that you're building, and that's what's actually going through and running the business for you. That way it's not always relying on you. So now what we're going to do is, with this, we'll be able to have leaner companies, faster companies, that things are moving faster, more profits in your business, more scalable, and freedom centered. That way, you have things that are running for you. So what does AI mean for founders? It essentially means that you're stepping away from being founder-driven company to a founder that drives a system that drives the company. So with that being said, how does this actually work in practice? So there's 3 to 4 main areas in any business that we're really going to talk about. So let's go into it. So first we have marketing. Then we have sales. Then we have fulfillment. And then we have operations. So those are the 4 areas of business that we're ultimately going to be talking about. And of course, there's more things that we can go into, but those are the 4 main areas. And really what it comes down to is mapping out what your current process looks like for each of these 4 core areas, and seeing how can we use AI in order to streamline this stuff. So for example, right now, the goal of marketing, let's say that you book sales calls so that you can close deals. The goal is to, let's go here. So the goal is to book appointments. And let's say the goal in sales is to close deals. Let's say the goal in fulfillment is to deliver results and ascend. So upsell people into additional products or the next level or anything like that. And the goal here is to streamline streamline the business to maximize profits / reduce expenses. So that's the goal of each one. So, obviously the goal could be a little different for you based on your specific situation, but let's say that goal is to book the appointments here, for example. This goal here is to close the deals. This goal here is to deliver results and ascend clients. And this one here is to streamline the business to maximize profits. Now we go into, okay, what are the different things that we can do in each of these buckets to actually go through and achieve that goal using AI? So for example, if your goal is to book appointments, and right now you're currently running ads to a VSL funnel, you might have in here an AI setter. So that could be a AI system that's trained, a conversational AI system that has a knowledge base behind it, and it has rules, and it has a prompt, and it has different steps it has to take in order to try to book an appointment. So a lead comes in through our ads in our VSL funnel, and they don't book a call. Let's go ahead and have the AI setter reach out to them, have a conversation, try to qualify them, and if they're qualified, goes ahead and books the call. Now, that's, for example, one use case inside of marketing. When we go into sales, let's say that you have a sales team, and that sales team is taking calls, and on average your closing rate is 40%. Now, it can be higher, it can be lower, it depends also on the quality of your leads, how high or low that percentage is. But let's say that your average closer is closing at 40%, and there's one of your closers on the top is closing at 55%, and one at the bottom is closing at 20%. With this, you can have basically an AI sales agent or an AI dashboard or something that your sales team uses to, they connect it into their Fathom or whatever they're using to record it, so that the call can be analyzed based on the transcript and everything like that, to be able to actually see what is this person doing that is working so well, but this person is not doing, or what they're doing that's actually negatively impacting them. So that how can we move this person closer to that 40% middle mark, but how do we get this person and their results to pull these people up to there as well? That way we're constantly pulling people up. Now, how does that work? Because traditionally, as someone who was a sales manager, someone who'd manage a bunch of people on a sales team, that, as I've done before, I have to watch like every single call that someone was doing, or multiple calls that someone was doing on all the different spectrums, to see what is going good, what is going bad, and I would have to focus 100% and understand everything, and I'd have to always be thinking, but if we can train AI in what are the things that you are looking for, it can find those different things, find the opportunities, find what they did right, what they did wrong, and everything like that, and actually go through and say, hey, you need to go ahead and work on this, you need to work on this, let me train you. So it's like here, you can have an AI sales trainer. And with this, you can have like a dashboard and everything that people can see, like their closing rate, their show up rates, their cash collected rate, and everything like that. Now, next we go into fulfillment, which the goal is to deliver results and ascend. So we have two different pieces to this, obviously. We have the delivering results piece, and we have the ascending piece. Now, this is one that can have a lot of fluidity to it, because delivering results, depending on what you're doing, is very different, because someone could be a health coach helping someone lose weight, another person can be a relationship coach helping someone save their marriage, and another person can be an agency that's building websites, while another person can be an agency that connects catering companies to restaurants or homes or anything. So there's so much different things, and what it really just comes down to is two steps: mapping out the fulfillment process. So what are the different steps that you're going to take someone through, and how can you either automate certain steps, streamline certain steps, or at least show them the process of what's currently happening. That way someone can visually understand what's happening. So for example, if you go order a pizza from Domino's right now and you go ahead and make your order, you'll see like there's a bar that basically says like, order received, and then prepping, and then in the oven, and then ready for pickup or something like that. And that's like, obviously, I don't know how much of that is driven by AI, but at least me as a customer, if I'm ordering pizza, I can see how close my pizza is to being ready so that I can go pick it up. So it's those kind of things where it's like, how do I streamline the experience as well for the customers? Because a client obviously values the results, but also they value the experience that they get. If it's they get the results, but at the same time it's like pulling teeth out and it's really frustrating, it's hard for them to ever talk to you or move forward or anything like that, it's going to be hard for them to go to the next level unless they only care about money. But for someone that cares about money but also wants good results, even if they don't get 100% of the results they were looking for, they hit it 90%, but at the same time they had an amazing experience, they're 10 times more likely to actually go through and do the next thing with you, because they said, hey, this person really put in the time and effort, they really know what they're doing, we didn't 100% get the result, but we're pretty much got the result and I'm happy with what we have, but at the same time I know that I can rely on this person and I'm confident that they're going to help me continue to move forward and keep going so that I can go ahead and do whatever the next thing is that they're suggesting. So you need to have a system in place to streamline how fast they can start to get results, how easy it feels for them to actually get those results, not in the side of getting the results, but like the things that they need to do. And then once they start to get results, we can analyze those and say, okay, what would be next, so that we can offer them the next thing. And usually you have like a client success manager or an account manager or something like that, where they can decide when is it time to try to upsell them into the next thing or send them into the next thing. And obviously with that, you can start to choose the right stuff and go in there. So with that, with here, it's like there's a couple different things, but essentially it's like AI fulfillment, streamlined. And that could be like just like even like onboarding and having like an agent that goes through and onboards them, asks them different questions, learn about their specific situation so that we can actually get them to where they want to be. And then finally with operations, the goal is to streamline the business to maximize profits, reduce expenses. So with that, like obviously you have team and stuff like that, which costs money. You can obviously streamline this with AI agents. You can have skills and everything else in order to basically streamline your business. So with all that being said, what does AI mean for founders? It really means that your goal now and your focus right now is not just to build a business. Your goal is to build the systems that run the business. And when we go ahead and do that, when we go ahead and build the systems in place behind our business as a founder, it gives us the freedom to build the business that we want, make an impact that we want, and build the life that we want, because our system is built to run our business for us. And yes, of course, we're still going to have people in our world. We're still going to probably have team members. We're still going to do a lot of stuff with humans. Like the goal is not to just completely replace humans. The goal is to maximize the output that humans can make by leveraging AI. So this is what AI really does and means for founders. And if you're a founder that's looking to maximize and use AI in your own business, then this is the place where you have to be. And you have to be studying this stuff and doing these things and focusing on what systems can you build in order to take your business to the next level using AI. So if you want to learn more about this is going to be part of our series about mastering AI for founders. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking to work with us in order to really maximize the efforts of AI and use AI in your business, then make sure you click on the first link in the description and we'll show you what exactly that would look like. So I look forward to meeting with you guys, chatting with you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.